It's Tuesday, July 21st, and we have a lot of things to talk about. Many storms are going to be moving across the Ohio Valley, many parts of the Northeast, especially Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and even Tennessee. So let's dive right into this forecast. So right now, some storms are firing off across northern Ohio and northwest Pennsylvania. Now, this ain't our main threat. The main threat is a line that's going to form through the Ohio Valley and Kentucky in discrete cells going across Pennsylvania. So let's dive right into this forecast and talk about it. All right, now parts of the Ohio Valley, northern half of West Virginia, and mid and south parts of Pennsylvania are all under a 3 out of 5 warning. Also, New Jersey is. So if you're anywhere in that orange, please take caution. Have weather alerts available because many storms and threats will happen. Now, if you're in the yellow, it's the same thing. Have weather alerts available, but it's not going to be as bad as the storms in the orange. Like again, if you're in any of these regions, if you're in the dark green, yellow, or orange, have weather alerts on and be weather aware because some discrete supercells can fire off, cause damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes, which damaging winds and hail are the main threats. But a low-end tornado risk doesn't mean that we can't have a strong tornado or possible isolated or spin-ups. More about that tornado forecast is we only have about a 3 out of 10 chance in the brown of seeing a tornado and a 2 out of 10 chance seeing a tornado in the green. Now again, that's still a chance. So if you're anywhere in that green or brown region, have weather alerts on because possible strong or isolated tornadoes or a couple of spin-ups are possible. So have weather alerts on, have a plan, and be prepared. Now this is our main threat today is the wind. If you're anywhere in that pink region, you need to listen up. Anywhere in that pink region, you can expect up to 70 to 70 mile an hour winds, which can cause trees to fall down, power lines to go out, just a lot of trouble and damages, especially to your car. It can blow it around, maybe even tip it over. So if you're anywhere in the pink, be weather aware. I'd stay off the road today because you could definitely be blowing around. So if you're anywhere in that pink, do not go on the roads because you will be blowing around. Same thing for the red. It's the same situation. Now the yellow, there's a chance of it, but it's just in certain places, I'd say. Now still, if you're in there, be weather aware, but again, in certain places, it's going to be off and on. Same thing for the brown. Now for the hail threat, it's going to be, kind of 50-50. In the yellow, again, if you're anywhere in the yellow, I would expect to see some hail in some places. I would expect maybe up to golf ball size, possible baseball, but mainly just golf ball sized hail in those locations in the yellow. Brown, you might see some, you might not. It just depends. But again, anywhere in those regions, park your car under somewhere and have a safe place to go to and keep weather alerts on. Now, as far as when these storms fire off, the midwestern parts of Ohio will be experiencing them around even 10 a.m. this morning. Now, when it pushes through, it'll push through in to Pittsburgh will be some of the tinier storms, so not the main ones quite yet. You're also going to have some storms down near West Virginia, Virginia. Now, at about 3 p.m., now this is when it gets bad. This is when all those discrete supercells form, and if you're anywhere near the upper Ohio Valley or even near northern Kentucky, near Maysville, have a plan, be prepared, because about 3, this is where it starts to head bad. Now, a line forms and goes through Adams County, Ohio, Brown County, Highland County, and anywhere near the Cincinnati region. And it also goes through Louisville, Kentucky, and just many parts of the Ohio Valley, northern and mid-Kentucky at about anywhere from 3 to 6 p.m., I'd say these things are going to fire up and start. Now, again, near Pittsburgh, these storms, and Pennsylvania, West Virginia, these storms will fire off at about, I'd say about 2 p.m. for places like that. And there's just going to be multiple rounds in those locations. So that's going to bring a lot of wind, possible hail, and again, maybe a brief tornado. But for the tornado threat, I expect it to be mainly in the Ohio Valley and northern Kentucky and possibly the western half of northern Kentucky. So if you're anywhere in those locations, again, have weather alerts because brief spin-ups and isolated tornadoes, maybe even a strong one, are possible. Now, as far as our tropical storm Bertha, it is now a tropical storm instead of a tropical depression too. So now you need to listen up. This is now officially a tropical storm. It's going to head to New Orleans, parts of Texas, and parts of northern Florida. Expect flooding, damages from the winds, and possible hail in some regions. So just please have weather alerts turned on and have a plan. Especially during flooding, get somewhere where you can get to high ground and maybe even just get out of that region all in all. So have a plan and be prepared in those regions. Now, as far as temperatures across the United States, it's just going to be an absolute heat dome. Places like Dallas, Houston, Phoenix, Denver, you guys are going to be experiencing a lot of temps, especially places like the West, parts of the Midwest, and even the Northwest. You guys are going to be seeing major temps. Now, places like the Ohio Valley, Chicago, anywhere maybe even near the Ohio Valley or parts of the Southeast, you guys are also going to be seeing major heat. So again, don't go outside unless you have to, and if you do, have something like a cool towel wrapped around your neck, have water and possible AC to get into. Now, as far as dew points, it's going to be like really, really, really muggy in places as the Ohio Valley, Southeast, and parts of Texas. Even parts of the West will be muggy. So even with that heat, the dew point is going to make it feel a lot more sticky, muggy, and probably make it harder to breathe and function in that heat. So again, if you're anywhere near those dew points, please just have hydration that you can get, some water, a cool towel wrapped around your neck, or even just a AC to go into would help. Now again, if you are any of those shaded regions I mentioned, please have weather alerts available and be weather cautious. Anywhere in that orange especially, because the orange or the pink with the wind will be the worst. So again, anywhere in those locations have weather alerts available, possible brief tornadoes, but the main threats are wind and hail. So again, just have alerts, have a plan. Don't be scared, be prepared.